Coming, fight fans. I'm coming. Matter of fact, fuck it. I'm here. What's up, fight fans? It's the homie, main man, made man in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Once again, as always, it is an honor and a pleasure. I repeat, a honor and a pleasure to be up on here with all of the boxing fam. It's Wednesday night, so you know what that means. It's our time now. I don't care what nobody else talking about right now, man. Yo, man, it was a beautiful, I repeat, beautiful day out here in the DMV, man. Beautiful day. I got Salah Farah riding with me. I got Macadon 1 in the building. What up, though? Chin Smoke in the building. What's going on? Legendary boxer fan. What's up with you, man? What's going on, man? We got a lot to talk about. Look at this. Legendary boxer coming up in there, getting it started already. Crawford is the biggest fraud in boxing next to Fury. Man, you trying to start some You are out of your ever-loving mind. If you gonna come up on here and tell me that the number one pound-for-pound boxer in the sport of boxing is a bum, that makes no sense to me, bro. I've never seen a bum that was undisputed. I've never seen a bum at first fight at a weight class. He fights for a world championship. Never seen that before. Never seen a bum beat a guy who was a champion who goes on to become another champion in a whole nother weight class. That ain't no bum. You know what I'm saying? Tell him, Salah, Gamboa and Diaz are Olympic gold medalists all day. I got my man, brother Reality in the building. What up, famo? What's good with you, man? Sorry I'm on a little late tonight, fight fans, but yo, the homie is here, man. So we about to get this thing crack-a-lacking, man. I got a lot of good topics I want to mix it up with, man. So I'm really looking forward to tonight's show. So let's just get to the good stuff, shall we? I will be right in front of y'all in just a minute, man. So first off, before we really get the show underway, I want to give a special shout out to the homie, Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach has just recently extended his deal with Golden Boy Promotions, man. DMV's own Lamont Roach has a big upcoming fight that I will cover. And that Lamont Roach versus Jamel Herring, man, fight is going to be crazy. You hear me, though? That joint going to be out of this world, man. Big championship fight. A lot of important implications there. I'm rooting for my main man, Lamont Roach, and I will be covering him extensively as we get closer to their fight. You know what I'm saying? Legendary boxer comes back and says, not on this planet. I know that's right. He come back and say, fake championship with the fake belt robbed from Manny. Man, I don't know nothing about that, bro. I don't know nothing about that, bro. I don't know if you trolling me tonight, Legendary, but you supposed to be fan. Man, how could you sit here and say a fake belt? This ain't Canelo Alvarez. This ain't the franchise championship. This ain't the Mayan belt. You know what I'm saying? These were real belts. A total undisputed champion, cuzzo. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Nah, not at all, man. Not at all. But anyway, let me get it in front of y'all, man, because I see now y'all gonna bring it on me heavy. You know, man, it's crazy. Like, every time it seems like I do a Earl Spence Jr. video, boy, I get all kinds of crap behind, especially behind the scenes, man. I get people hitting me up in my inbox. Oh, man. Why are you always hating on Spence? What did he do to you? What do you got against Earl Spence? I got nothing against Earl Spence, homie. I got nothing against Earl Spence. It's all love. I big him up all the time. But y'all need to stop being so sensitive off of every little bit of criticism. I mean, I be getting like mailboxes full of like, yo, man, you need to stop doing this and saying that about Earl Spence Jr. Subject to fair criticism, just like any other boxer, man. You know what I mean? Legendary boxer says, Salah says, if anything, Crawford's opponent become bums after they fight him, and it's not his fault all day. Jeff Horn got beat by Michael Zarafa, cuzzo. Yeah, that's true. He got beat by Michael Zarafa, but was that not Jeff Horn's first fight at 160? That was at a high weight class, last I checked. And whoever said Michael Zarafa was a bum? We all saying this because Kell Brook beat him? Kell Brook beat him at a weight class that Michael Zarafa, who was already fighting up at 160, had to come down to 54 to fight Kell. And he gave Kell a hell of a fight. Almost got him up out of there in the end. It was a hell of a fight. So how you gonna sit back and, man, I don't understand that, bro. I think it was a good fight, man. I don't know where you coming from with that one right there, legendary boxer. I don't get where you coming. You can't, even when people try to do the Crawford resume thing, you know what I'm saying? Dog, it doesn't hold no weight. It doesn't hold no water. This man got Olympic gold medalists. This man got 2-time world champions. This man got elite names. I mean, what doesn't he got on his resume that pleases you? I don't understand that, bro. That don't make sense to me. You see where I'm coming from? Like, the evidence just don't prove your claim, homie. I just don't see the evidence proving it, man. Fake belts and all of that you coming up with, man. Come on, man. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Let me clear my screen up real quick. Hold on 1 second. Let's clear this on up. Bam. And we about to get into these topics, man. I ain't gonna let legendary boxer, man, because I don't know where you coming from with that one, cuz. Like, for real, man. Like, where you coming from with that one? Terrence Crawford got fake belt. I've heard a lot of criticism on Crawford, but I ain't never heard nobody say he had a fake belt, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a little different for me. A little different for me. Sorry about that. All right, first topic we're going to get into is this young man right here, Mr. Ryan Garcia. You know, before we get to the nitty gritty, and I got a lot to talk about Porter and Spence, and we're going to get to those topics, but I want to deal with these undercard topics real quick. And the first one is this one. Ryan Garcia. Y'all remember me? We talked about him earlier this week, in which Ryan Garcia was beefing with his promoter. He came out on social media, said a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he linked up with Canelo Alvarez, who since he's been training with Eddie Reynoso Jr., Canelo Alvarez has been right there in this kid's ear and letting this kid know, do not let Oscar and Golden Boy play you. You know what I mean? There was even a tweet on Ryan Garcia's Twitter, and he was, Canelo Alvarez bigging him up like, kid, you should be in the main event. Do not let these people come along and take your shine. Well, this prompted Ryan Garcia to go on a Twitter tear, ripping into Gomez, the president of Golden Boy Promotions, ripping into Oscar De La Hoya, letting his position be known that he wants more money. He is the star of that particular ticket that he was on. He wanted more money, and he wants more recognition. Well, it looks like it happened. Looked like Ryan Garcia got his wish. We seen Oscar De La Hoya come out a couple days ago, and he was like, yo, man, Ryan just a young kid, and he got a lot of people in his ear. You know, he's going to be okay. And so Oscar already, you know, we figured he had a handle on this. And even the video I did talking about this, I was saying, yo, Oscar, you bet to reel this kid in. Because if not, you do not want resistance or a coup inside of your camp. You did. It can happen. It's happened before. It may have happened amongst your right-hand man in the bank guy, Richard Schaefer, but it can happen with your fighters too. You don't want them to start conspiring against you. So Oscar put it into this fire. What did he do? I don't know. Let's just take a quick look real quick. Let's see. I mean, you guys tell me what this is about. You know, Ryan Garcia, Oscar De La Hoya signing something big. Let's put this on full screen, shall we? Hold on. All right. Now, what are they talking about? Right here. Let's see. Let's go to the beginning of this. Look at this here. You see Ryan Garcia signing something? Ryan, right here. Look at that. All smiles. Look at Oscar. All smiles. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So everything is good in Golden Boy land now. You know what I'm saying? All the Golden Boys are good. You know what I mean? And according to this particular tweet by Ryan Garcia about this video, just signed one of the most sorry about that. Let me kill this sound. Just signed one of the most lucrative boxing deals for a prospect in the history of the sport. Thank you to my team at Oscar De La Hoya at Makawa. Supposed to be Gomez here. So he's thanking Oscar De La Hoya and Gomez for some lucrative boxing deal that he has just recently signed. And this is supposed to be one of the most lucrative boxing deals for a prospect in the history of the sport. So Oscar had to dig deep. What is it that he gave to Ryan Garcia that made him so happy? Of course, also Ryan Garcia came out and stated that he will be fighting on the undercard of Canelo versus Kovalev. And he's going to be fighting that kid Dunno that he was supposed to fight at the last minute. So basically, in a nutshell, Ryan Garcia got everything he wanted. All he had to do was go to Twitter and make his voice be known and let the world, hear. Oscar put it into the dead of this thing ASAP. Can't say I'm mad at him. Can't say I'm mad at him at all. You know what I'm talking about? Renee Box Young in the building. What's up, famo? What's up with you? Yeah, man, it's crazy. Let's see. Brother Reality says, no need to shit on Bud to pump up Spence. It's getting old all day. I agree 100%. But anyway, man, but this guy, Ryan Garcia, Renee Box Young says, yeah, that boy Ryan got hooked up by daddy Oscar all day. Hey, yo, because Oscar knew he had Leonard Ellaby in his kid's ear. He had Mayweather Promotions hunting him down. Ain't no telling who else behind the scenes. You don't know what was going through this kid. He even on Twitter the other day vocalized it to Oscar like, release me. Let me go. If you don't ain't happy with my talent, if you don't believe in my talent, if you don't believe how good I am, if you don't believe how big of a star I can be, then release me. Let me go. Oscar like, hell nah, you ain't going nowhere. I ain't mad at Oscar. Oscar put it out there like, yo, bro, you ain't got no belts. You ain't put that work in. He even bigged up Virgil Ortiz over this kid. Now, that's something he shouldn't have done. But at the end of the day, he's trying to tell his kid, like, look, don't think that you are the here-all, end-all. Don't think that you are not being built. You ain't beat nobody yet, Ryan. Yeah, you got the boy band looks. But at the end of the day, it needs to translate in the ring. Like Oscar even said, he says, yo, you got all them Twitter followers, but it ain't transcended in the ring yet. And until it does, that's when you can boss up. Right now, you can't boss up. But Ryan got what he wanted, so it is what it is. Renee says, hey, hold up, though. Kovalev is a huge man. You see the Canelo face-off, though, all day. Towering over Canelo. But Canelo, like, I ain't tripping off that height. He better be, because Kovalev going to use that jab. Canelo just like, as long as I get around that jab and make it to the inside of them guts, it's all good. It's all good. You know what I mean? But he is definitely towering over top of Canelo, man. He is definitely towering over top of Canelo. But I'm going to leave this one alone. I just want to say, so Ryan Garcia is happy now. To all of you little teeny boppers out there, all of you little what are them boy bands, you dude, all right. He cool. He happy now. Now tell him to fight somebody. You know what I mean? Tell him to fight somebody. Tank waiting on him. You know what I mean? We'll see how that go. But yeah, it is what it is. Renee says, IG fans and Twitter fans don't mean championship status. It doesn't. It just means you're popular. But being popular ain't sometimes don't mean nothing. Remember Prince Nassim? Prince Nassim was very popular until he got folded up by Marco Antonio Barrera. Until that happened, he was a popular dude. Popular don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. So that's it for Ryan Garcia, man. Let's move on to our next particular topic before we get to the real deal. All right, Ryan, you got to get up off my screen, homie. Bow. Next topic of discussion. My main man, Kell Brook. My main man, Kell Brook. I got to do it. I got to say it. Lord knows. If I don't, people are going to be wondering, what's up with your man, Kell Brook? What can I say? What can I say? Fight fans, look, first off, let me just say, let's just do the news. You know, Kell Brook is backed out of the fight. Kell Brook is basically saying he cannot get down to 147 pounds at this moment. He's back in the training with Dom Ingle. Dom Ingle came out there when he linked back up with Kell. Kell was about 180 pounds. Not to mention Eddie Hearn is well out here telling everybody that he's not looking to make this Crawford fight because he's possibly still looking to make the Amir Khan fight, which is why. You know what I mean? This fight is bigger. But anyway, the thing is this. Kell Brook is the one that called out Terence Crawford. That's what makes this so bad looking. It wouldn't be bad looking if, say, maybe Crawford called out Kell and Kell's like, hold up, I'm at another weight class. I got to get my weight together. Then that's understood. But you called out Terence. You even went over there to pop up at his fight, Holmes. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a good look. And now to come out and say, okay, now you get Terence to the table and to say, well, I would just BS. I can't even make the weight. It's like, dog, you wasted time, bro. Like, you wasted a lot of people's time. I still got love for Kell Brook. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not under the impression that he was going to face Terence Crawford this year. Let's be real about this. You know what I mean? If Kell Brook was going to come back to 147, it would have took him a tune-up or two. It would have been well into 2020 if they would have made this fight. Eddie Hearn has already came out and stated he wasn't paying for this fight. Bob Arum don't got the money to pay for this fight. It was no way that Eddie Hearn was going to put Kell Brook into the ring at 147 when being away from that weight class for 2 years. He just wasn't going to do it. Eddie was going to have to at least sit back and say, look, man, you're going to have to get down to 150, 149. Show me you working your way down there and let me see what you look like at that weight. None of that even occurred. So we were still ways away from this fight anyway. It may still happen. Kell is just saying, look, I got to get my weight together. But he's saying he's also going to campaign at what? Super middleweight. Super welterweight. He's going to campaign back at 154. So my thing is this. What are you going to do, Kell Brook? You on one hand is saying you going to 154. Eddie on the other hand saying he's trying to make the Amir Khan fight. We all know Amir Khan want to fight at 147 with the rehydration clause. What are you going to do, cuz? You can't sit around here and getting people's attention trying to gin up a fight, and when you got it, you like, I can't make the weight. What you was expecting Terrence to meet you at a catch weight? I mean, what was the purpose of all of that? Showing up at the fight, the sister video, going out on Twitter with that long tweet that you put out just this week. Just this week. Just for you to get to the point and say, oh, I can't make the weight. Like, that don't make no sense, cuz. You know what I mean? I can't defend it. I can't defend it whatsoever. I don't think Kell Brook is afraid of Bud. Not by far. I mean, the man got in there with Gennady Golovkin. The man went right behind Gennady Golovkin and got in there with Earl Spence. So I ain't going to sit back and say he's afraid of Terrence Crawford by far. But somebody not believe. I told y'all in the last video when we talked about this, somebody not believing in Kell. It's either Kell ain't believing in himself or Eddie don't believe in him. One way or another, somewhere along that relationship, somebody ain't believing in somebody. And the proof is in the pudding. Because even at 54, he fought nobody. When he had every opportunity to fight everybody. So it's like, Kell, man, look, bro, if you going to campaign at 54, do it. But then leave the 47-pounders alone. You had no reason to mention Terrence Crawford. He was minding his business. It's a fight that we want to see. You spoke on it. So, of course, we like, hell yeah, we want to see that fight. But at the end of the day, bro, make sure you on weight first before you do this, man. You know what I mean? That's all the brother's saying, man. Like, this was a serious waste of time. And then the Amir Khan fight, like, bro, you was literally about to go to 147 for Khan. That's what make me go, bro, I've explored this and I thought about this prior to this live stream, and I said to myself, I got nothing. I got nothing. The man asked for this fight. And it's like, dog, you asked for this fight for no reason. I don't understand it, bro. I don't get it. Fight fans, I love Kell Brook. He's a good fighter. I can't wait to see what he looks like at 154 against a real live opponent. But at the end of the day, man, like this right here, this situation is not cool, man. It's already bad enough that we talking about the number one pound for pound fighter who can't get a fight or a decent fight because everybody else is so, A side, B side nowadays. Everybody's trying to starve out Terrence Crawford and they think it's cute. But shit, man, this here, man, this was a major letdown in a major way. Like I said, I wasn't expecting this fight no time, at least not this year. But at least I knew we were on a trajectory to get this fight. Well, Kell Brook is well on record today saying, nope, no fight. I think I even have the article up about that. Let me check. Nope, no fight. None whatsoever. Okay, here we go right here. Let's put up the quotes of Kell Brook. He says, I'm back in training and getting fitter, getting lighter and looking to fight at the end of November or December. I've got my desire back and everyone in the gym is pushing each other. We've got Billy Joe Saunders, Kid Galahad, Liam Williams, John Joe Joyce, and whoever this guy is, all pushing each other. I'm looking for big names and I feel I've got a lot more to give. I believe at this stage it's going to be at the super welterweight. That's 154. Crawford, the current WBA ruler at 147, had offered Brook the chance to oppose him on December 14th in New York. That opportunity is now likely to fall to number one contender, Aegis Kalvalauskas. And there you have it. Straight like that. And this is what Kell Brook told the ESPN. This particular article is on World Boxing News. Oh, man. So there you have it. Kell Brook is like, I'm going back to super welterweight. And Terence Crawford, well, guess what, sir? You just going to have to wait. Now, my question is Kell going to get up in there and challenge Jaime Munguia because of his rating in the WBO? Is Kell Brook going to get up there and challenge maybe a Tony Harrison or a Julian J. Rock Williams? Is he going to mix it up with these dudes? A Charlo, a Hurd, or something like that? Or are we going to get another foreigner that we've never heard of before and wasting everybody's time? Now, of course, he's been out of the ring so long, he ain't really been in action. So they're going to have some sort of built-in excuse to say, we'll put him in on the tune-up, maybe on the undercard of Joshua Ruiz, right? That's what they'll do. But come next year, man, ain't no reason why Kell Brook shouldn't be fighting the top 51, 54-pounder. Like I told people before, if he can't do it, if he cannot compete on the top level at 154, he has no reason to be in boxing. And I'm keeping it 100 with you. And I'm a major Kell Brook fan. But he got no reason to hang around. What, for the Amir Khan fight? Is that what y'all going to tell me? Oh, yeah, man, he should hang around for the Amir Khan fight. A fight that no one's even asking for no more. Or checking for that matter. No, he shouldn't. If he cannot compete on the elite level at 154 pounds, then guess what, fight fans? My man Kell Brook need to hang him up. Period. And that's just the way I see it. Man. So this is it for this situation. Ain't happening. Kell Brook turns Crawford off, at least for right now. Eddie Hearn wasn't paying for it. Bob Arum is broke. These two, well, one can't make the weight, the other one can. I don't know. It is what it is, and we ain't getting it. Period, point blank, straight like that. Moving right along. Let's see here. I think that should be all for the undercards. All right, I think that's it for the undercard issues that I want to deal with. Boxing news this week has been kind of slow. We can talk about the same crap. See, Jarrell Big Baby Miller is back on the scene now. He's trying to tote the fact that he's linking up with ESPN. He's trying to get back in Eddie Hearn's good graces. He's laying all over his shoulders, and he's hugging him and kissing him and praying to come back home looking like the mutant that he always is. It is what it is. I don't know if even ESPN would still be interested in Jarrell Miller. I mean, with Tyson Fury, with the cut over his eye, I mean, where does Jarrell Big Baby Miller honestly go? You know what I mean? Where does he honestly go? So, on to the next and the main apple scrapple, and that is the update. Oh, sorry about this. That is the update between Showtime Sean Porter and Errol Spence Jr. I want to talk a little bit about this fight. I don't want to say I've been neglecting this fight, but I kind of have a little bit. You know what I mean? Let me try to shrink this picture a little bit. Hold on. I ain't been talking as much about this situation as I maybe should have or could have, but I've been trying to wait till we get a little closer to the fight, man. You know what I mean? I don't be trying to, stand too far from the fight. But anyway, I've been taking in a recent interview with Showtime Sean Porter, and where he was on Sway. He was on Sway in the morning, you know what I mean? So there's quotes everywhere. I mean, quotes galore with Sean Porter's name on them. And he is saying some stuff out here, man. I want to read some of these quotes. And I'm listening to the words of Sean Porter, man. My man sounding real confident out here, Joe. I mean, he sounds very confident. He don't sound like there's not 1 ounce of fear in his body. La D in the building. What's up, famo? What's going on? I mean, it's crazy. Oh, La D in the super chat. Much love to you, and appreciate the support all day. Much love to La D. And let me just read some of the things that Showtime Sean Porter is actually saying. And he's saying, and I quote, "I am sure everybody is listening like Errol Spence. Who is going to knock out Errol Spence? I'm the one to do it. Porter said to Sway in the morning. He goes on and says, and he repeated for the third time, I'm the one to do it. You've seen me time and time again. I'm just different. And I think it takes a special individual, a different individual that's willing to really just put his life on the line, put his hard work on the line, put my family on the line. I've been away from my child for weeks. I haven't seen him. I haven't talked to him for a week. Do you do all of that for that one moment? End quote. So Sean is telling you, he ready to go balls to the wall. He ain't ready to let, he ain't holding back nothing on Earl. We've heard him say on several times, Supreme Beast Boxing Talk in the building. Cadillac Red, what up, homie? What's up, man? Everybody that hear the sound of my voice, go check out the homie Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. They are doing a phenomenal job over there, Joe. Go check them out. Give them a comment. Give them a like. All that. You know what I'm saying? Check out the homie. Wayne Jr. in the building. What's up, family? What's up with you? He says he better be confident, but he not knocking out. Yeah, I know that, right? But the thing is, the dude is full of confidence. I mean, he says he's willing to go balls to the wall. I've heard Sean Porter on many occasions state that he is willing to make Earl Spence very uncomfortable. So for any of us that are wondering, what style are we going to get? Are we going to get that ugly boxing style that we seen against Ugas, or are we going to get Keith Thurman, Sean Porter? Well, he's talking, at least talking, like we're going to get the Keith Thurman version. You know what I mean? Lala D says, I'm glad Porter ain't walking in there scared. We won a good fight, and I still got Spence, though. All day, all day, all day. Renee Boxyug says, Porter, I respect. But KO Spence, I don't want to offend him and say maybe he delusional or overconfident all day. For sure, for the Supreme Boxing Talk. Yeah, man, he very confident, and he should be. I remember in the beginning when this thing first started, a lot of people accused Sean Porter of not being authentic. They like, yo, he up there trying to get the crowd all riled up. Whole time we believe it's fake. It don't even seem like Porter. But when I hear him talk on this Sway show, I don't know. Seems a bit authentic right there. I even accused Sean Porter in the beginning of not being too authentic. But that particular interview, I saw a fire there. And he meant it, especially the part when he started talking about his kids. These quotes that I'm reading, I actually seen this interview live. So you look in the eyes of Sean Porter, you don't see much fear. You don't see any fear there. Any fear. And neither on the other side, neither. Now, we're going to get to Earl. But as for Sean for right now, nah. No, sir. So he also says, so when Sway asks Sean Porter, you believe that you're going to knock out Earl Spence? He goes on and says, 100%. I believe I have what it takes to do everything to make him uncomfortable. Everything to make this the fight that he's never expected. Things that he is not prepared to do. Those are some bold statements from Sean Porter. He's talking like he is prepared to take Earl Spence to a place he ain't never been. Where is that? Oh, uncomfortable land, huh? Oh, man. Oh, man. Wayne Jr. says, I think he's going to get stopped if he rush in like a running back. Yeah. Renee Box-Young says, but I am the first to say Porter won't be as easy as many think all day. Supreme Beast Boxing Talk says, Porter is a dog, no doubt, but I just think Spence is going to be too much for him. You know, the one thing I always say about this fight that I'm lost at, if Sean Porter's rushing attack, the running back style, you know what I mean? If that don't work, then what? What is the plan B? Now, given the eye test, right, that's all we can go by, we all think that Earl will outbox Sean. So if Sean can't go to boxing ability, if the Russian style don't work, if coming in, throwing that, doing all the stuff that Sean like to do, or if he over smothers his work like he sometimes likes to do, what else does he do? What else does he do? And this is where I get lost at. This is where me watching a billion, trillion, zillion fights, I have no answer. I don't know what Sean does if his initial plan won't work. I just don't see Sean outboxing Earl. And I could be wrong. Maybe I'm looking too much into the Mikey fight. Whatever. But I just, looking at the boxing style that Sean did against Ugas, I just don't see that succeeding against Earl. See, the one thing I never tell people that I like about Earl Spence Jr. is that Earl Spence got something that's real different. He has a what I like to call a poetic style. You know how you got some fighters out here, they just have a beautiful style. Like to see them fight is like a work of art. You know, Floyd had that. Fighters like Sergio Martinez had that. You know, Muhammad Ali had it. They have grace in their fighting style. And I know people may not see it as much as I do, but with Earl, that's what I see. When I look at him fight, it's poetry. The doubling up the jab, the body work, the way he stays consistent downstairs, the way he moves, the way he blocks, the way he swings. It's a beautiful style to watch. And I want to know how many layers are to that style. Sean Porter's going to give us that answer. He is definitely going to give us that answer. See what y'all talking about. Let's see. Renee Box Young says Tyson Fury against Wallen reminded me of a giant Porter. I hear that, man. Macadon 1. Hell, Sean don't even know where he is going to take him. Sean taking him like it's like one of them things like I'm going to take him to the deep water and drown him. But we've seen Earl in the championship rounds. And he's damn near just as strong as he is at the beginning of the fight. He was one thing I got to give him in the Kell Brook fight. Earl was a workhorse. Injury or no injury, whatever you want to say, the man never stopped digging. He never stopped working. In the Lamont Peterson fight, he never stopped punching. Mikey Garcia, he never stopped punching. You know what I mean? And this is the thing that Sean need to understand. If you're going to take this man into no man's land, if you want to take him into the deep waters and drown him, just know that this dude is a hell of a swimmer, especially in the deep waters. So I'm just like, I don't know, bro. I just don't know where he's going. I just don't know what to be the plan B. Somebody help me out. You know what I mean? For real, because I have no idea. Let me see what y'all talking about. Pito Fresh Goodbye. What's up, homie? What up? Salute to you. Salute to you. Salute. Renee Box Young. I see Porter missing the rugged style and his clean boxing skills the last two fights. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All day. All day. Macadon 1 says Earl makes it look easy. That's greatest. I hear that. I hear he just makes it. So you saying he just makes it look that easy. That's the thing about Sean, man. Like, Sean is that rough, tough dude who's going to push you to your skillful limit. But I just don't know, man. If that doesn't work, I just don't know, bro. Yeah, but that's like the theme of Sean's whole Sway in the Morning interview. Confidence. He went in there to exude and show confidence. He does not want boxing fans to think that he is rattled or shaken in any sort of way. And I don't believe he is. I got no reason to believe that. Sean is one of those fearless type fighters, man. I have no reason to believe that. Then Sean is a guy who's seen so many different styles. He has a lot of big wins in his amateur days. Sean ain't afraid of nothing. Now, they asking Sean about Earl's power. Let's talk about Earl's power. Earl has a dynamic knockout percentage, like 80-something%, 25 wins, 21 knockouts. That's outstanding. No doubt. But Earl's knockout power, to me, it's not like one punch power. It's just not, that's not what it is. It's wear you down, chip you away, so you are no longer being able to defend yourself. You're so worn down, you're so beat up that you can't even defend yourself, and he gets you out of there. It's systematically in a way. It's a beautiful thing to watch. And this is what I'm talking about. I mean, I just don't know, man. I just don't know. Look at this picture. This is before Earl cut weight. Look at his natural size compared to Sean Porter's. Look at that, man. Huge. Let's see. Lewis Coleman in the building. What's up, famo? What's going on with you? Lewis says Earl has no power. He just beat people down all day. And that's what I'm saying. Sean has got to not be there to be chipped away. Look, man, if he can't push Earl back, and if Sean got to fight off that back foot at a lot of portions of this fight, that's going to be a problem. That is going to be a problem. I've seen some recent footage, sparring footage with Earl Spence Jr. Shout out to Monty Brown. And, he's training for exactly that. You can tell by the sparring, he is training for exactly that. And the way from what, and I know it's sparring, you take what you take from sparring. But when I was looking at that video clip, I was looking at how he was fighting. The guy who he had hit, he pushed him up against the ropes, but he kept just enough distance to just chip away, up, down, chipping away. Small jab, chipping away, small jab, then digging to the body, It's like he keeping his distance, but he's handling the aggression. It's almost like he got the fighter on a leash, and he's constantly chipping away at you, And that's what I think is going to be his strategy. I think he fights Sean from length, but he tames or attempts to tame his aggression with length. And that can happen. You walk into the wrong shots, man. Coming on the inside like that, man. It's a wrap. Rocket Strikes 89 in the building. What's up, famo? What up, though? What up, Silky Slim? I believe that if Sean could take Keith's power and take it to 12 rounds, then the fight will definitely go 12. Think about that. Real talk. Great comment, fam. Great comment. He did go 12. And Sean don't go down easy. And that's one of the things that Sean has been stressing as of late, that I have a chin. I've been in there with a lot of top dogs, and they could not stop me. And that's what I'm telling fans. If Earl does it, the statement heard around boxing is going to be deafening. I mean, this dude, that statement is going to be heard not only around boxing, just around sports. Because this man, Sean Porter, ain't easy to stop. That'd be something. A lot of, like my man just said, a lot of people out there don't got Sean Porter getting stopped in this fight. They just got him getting beat up real bad. You know what I mean? Pito says he's training for annihilation. Macadon 1 says controlled aggression all day. Exactly. Renee Box Young says Spence spars hard too. His work ethic is serious. Yeah, all day. And that's what I mean. When I was looking at that sparring video, I said, man, because the guy he was fighting clearly wasn't Sean Porter. But he was doing some mimicking stuff like Sean Porter do. But the way Earl was taming it wasn't like a lot of other fighters would normally tame it. And that is to go fire with Sean. Nah, it's like he was picking spots when to let the fire go, but keeping that distance, but keeping him pent up enough where he couldn't move nowhere. It was, I don't know, man. I mean, will he do this in the fight? Will he be able to keep Sean at distance for one and control Sean with distance? Yo, man, if Earl do that, that's another layer of his game that I just don't know exists. And I would love to see it. That's all I'm saying. Al G says Keith doesn't have the punch placement that Earl does all day. I agree with that 100%. Keith has this thing also where he doesn't gather the power nearly as good as Earl does. I notice where Earl gets that power from. It comes right from his legs. And Keith is moving too much to get that same kind of power. See, when he was one time, he would sit on them punches a lot more. He would commit and take a lot more risks. Ever since his body been getting them body shots, he don't commit as much. And he's always punching while moving. Maybe this is the reason why his knockouts kind of die down. But Earl doesn't do that. Earl plants and swings and brings it from the legs. Plant, swing from the legs. Planting at the legs. Beautiful fundamentals. But the reality says Earl has power. Kind of ridiculous to say that he doesn't. No, he doesn't. I'm not saying he doesn't have power. I'm saying he doesn't have one punch knockout power. You know what I mean? As far as physical strength, natural strength, he making manhandle Porter. I don't deny that. But you've never really seen Earl just go in there 1-2. Well, Carlos Ocampo, I take that back. The body shots, right? Dropped his ass in. What was that? The first, second round. But outside of that, I mean, you've rarely seen Earl like get people out of there in like one shot. It's always he chip you away systematically, breaks you down. And I like that. I like that in the fight. I don't want to see Earl going in that thing head hunting. That don't make no sense. He systematically, patiently breaks you down and gets you out of there. Beautiful. Pito Freshkabar says, if Sean wins, do you think it takes him to superstardom all day? Without a doubt. Whoever wins this fight is going to take him to superstardom. No doubt. But I will say this. Both men are hoping and praying and wishing that they can get Manny Pacquiao if one of them win this fight. And I just read an article about Manny Pacquiao where, Manny Pacquiao has his own promotional company, MP Promotions. And the guy who runs it, Sean Gibbons, has just came out in a recent article, and he's basically saying it straight like that Manny is not even thinking about Errol Spence Jr. My phone just died, but I can't read the quote. But he's saying in a nutshell that, look, we prefer to fight Mikey Garcia or Danny Garcia. And he's saying, and this is the part that really threw me for the loop. The reason he would rather fight Mikey, they're looking at Mikey or Danny, and maybe, here's the thing that catch me, maybe Sean Porter if he beats Earl. That's who they're looking at possibly for the next fight. And the reason, and this is the part that really threw me out the window. The reason that they are not looking at Earl or the fight Earl, according to the guy that runs Manny Pacquiao Promotions, is because he's too high risk, low reward. What kind of sense does that make? Does this man look at boxing? You telling me that Sean Porter is not a high risk, low reward, because everybody knows Porter, right? Everybody's dying to see Porter fight. He ain't high risk, low reward. Danny ain't high risk, low reward. But Earl is a man that if he beats Sean, he will have 2 belts, got the win at his back. Bro, just keep look. Can we keep it real to my Pacquiao fans out there? Can we just keep it 100? Just say Manny don't want no smoke with Earl, and we can move on. It is what it is. He's a legend, right? He did what he had to do. But keep it 100, yo. Between the way he got in the ring, like I don't want to be here, or the way that he put the poll out and put every fighter on there, except Errol Spence Jr. It's telling you something. You hear his man telling you, oh, Earl is too high risk, low reward, which is straight up BS. Man, he don't want no smoke with Earl. Can't say I blame him. 40-year-old fighter. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. So to my Errol Spence Jr. fans, if Manny Pacquiao doesn't step up, if Earl beats Sean and Manny don't step up, which early indications showing it ain't going to happen, where does Earl go next? I know where he should go. I know where I'd like to see him go. Bud, number 1 pound for pound. No reason why the fight shouldn't happen. I'm just asking a question. Renee Boxyoung says, true, man. Spence suffer intelligent. I can't think you're saying suffer intelligent in the ring. Solar intelligent. You got to run that back for me, Renee. Lala D says, brother reality, yeah, when Peterson caught him and Earl backed him up with 3 hard rights, I think it was rights, can't remember. The way Peterson backed up Spence definitely has power. It's not, look, that's what I'm telling everybody. It's not, I'm not saying that the man has no power. That's stupid to say. He got 21 knockouts. I'm saying he doesn't have 1-punch power. No, I don't think no welterweight does, truth be told. But he has power, but his power is done differently. Like, systematically break you down, beat you up power. Like, I just want to beat you up. You know what I mean? Like, keep you honest power. You ain't going to just do anything, take a lot of risk against this kid. Because if you miss, he going to make you pay. His power is good. It's solid. But I'm saying 1-punch power, no, he doesn't have, and there's a lot of fans, especially casual fans, that believe that is the case with Earl. No, he has wear you down. After that, you got nothing left. He done beat you up so bad that you got nothing left, and he finishes you. Period. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Renee Boxyoung says Spence betrayed some of his intelligence when he shamed Mikey. Yeah, exactly. That and Renee, that level or that layer of Earl Spence, I never knew existed. And this is why I tell fight fans all the time. I tell people all the time, look, I'm going to get this kid his credit once he earns it. When he earns it, oh, he's going to have a strong ally in Main Man, Made Man, without a doubt. But he got to earn it first. That's all I'm telling people. He going to earn. You going to see Main Man, Made Man on his like, yo, Earl the truth. Ain't nobody messing with this kid, man. This kid came in and he said what he was going to do and he did it. You're going to hear me up here talking that way until it happens. Don't come to me with this, he's a boxing god type shit. I'm not rocking with it. He got to beat Porter. My main man Keith became unified. He can become unified. Then come holler at me. Then I'm going to be sitting here like, okay, now I see what y'all been trying to school me on. I stand corrected. But check with me in the post fight. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Rocket Strikes 89 says, Bundu said that Keith had more power. Even Turn said Keith has more power. Who am I to debate pro boxers? Hell of a comment, bruh. Hey, good point. Macadon 1, the only person to beat Earl is Bud and vice versa, in my opinion. Okay, cool. I feel that. I just wish hopefully we see it before we 95 years old. That's all I'm asking. Lewis Coleman says Earl stops Porter, then Thurman comes out of retirement and beats Earl, and everybody cries. Perfect ending to the hype job Earl. And that, my man, would be what's called the final level. The final level will be back. Hey, Lewis Coleman, we're going to bring the final level back, bro. We going to bring the final level back, bro. We bringing Shang Tsung back. We bringing M. Bison back. All he got to do is fucking cooperate. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Renee Box Young says, Spence sparred Charlo for crying out loud. I am sure he usually fights smaller, I think you said smaller guys. It jumped on me. Sorry about that. Yeah, he does. He spars Charlo on the regular. Iron sharp as iron. Look, man, I got nothing. My only knock of criticism on Earl, to all of my Earl fans who are always wondering why I'm always messing with him, and the only knock that I got on Earl is the business talk right now. I'm not feeling it. And the only reason I'm not feeling it is because y'all wasn't feeling it when Keith did it. So I'm going to call it out. You know what I mean? But fighting, the way he hunts down opponents, the way he wants the best, I don't knock none of that. All I'm saying is put that shit to work. You know what I mean? Rocket Strike says, y'all got to stop with this excuse for Spence, not Mikey, away because he didn't put Mikey away because, hold on, he just wanted to put on a show. That is blasphemy. Spence is not the type of Bama who goes in the ring to play around with another killer all day. I'm not buying that either. I'm not buying that Spence didn't want to stop him. Now, maybe Spence did want to show other layers to his game. I don't deny that. And I'm glad to see it. But to say he didn't want to stop him, that's just something I'm not buying. Now, I admit, he started it late. I think if he would have been doing maybe in rounds 7 or 8, what he started to do in rounds 10, 11, and 12, he might could have got Mikey out of there, no doubt. But I think maybe he wanted to box Mikey and stop him, because then it would have showed, it would have been a complete performance. But he didn't do that, unfortunately. But I don't buy that crap either. People like, oh, he didn't want to stop Mikey. I'm going to say he didn't do what was needed to do to stop Mikey, because he started so late. But if he would have started a little earlier, I do believe he would have got Mikey out of there. I just don't think that he did the right game plan to do it. I think he tried to really show off his boxing skills and just say, oh, look, I'm a great, now I'm going to stop him. But it just didn't go to plan. That's all. Brother Lewis Coleman says, Brother Reality, stop it. Porter fighting Earl because he wanted to. Let him beat Porter first. That's all we saying. Let him do it. And then all of you Spencerites out there, Spence Nation, y'all can rise up by the multitudes and say, I told you so. You can do that. You'll have all the leeway in the world. No one gonna stop you. Ain't nobody gonna sit here and say, well, you're wrong. Nothing. You may still have some folks still wondering what's up with Bud, but ain't nobody gonna sit back and tell you you wrong. Wait. Have some freaking patience. This is the year of epic upsets. We almost seen Tyson Fury get up out of there a week ago. AJ in no man's land right now. My main man Hurd in no man's land right now. Charlo, what's up, Charlo? He can't wait to get his. This has been an epic year. We don't know. That's all I'm telling y'all. Then you can come back on main man, and say, main man, I told you so. I told you Earl was the truth. I told you this kid is special. I told you this kid got punches from the gods. I told you. Y'all can come back and tell me that then. But as of today, as of September 18, 2019, man, hey, look, I got to see it. Period. That's all I'm saying. And that's just how it should be. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it should be. Macadon 1 says Crawford and Spence is the clash of the Titans all day. You will see different levels from both fighters. Know that. I can't wait, man. And I believe it's in them. I just believe that somebody got to push it out. Got to push them to it. And if Sean Porter can't do it, if Sean Porter, the dog of dogs, if he can't push Earl to that, this is a certified world champion coming off some very, very good wins. Yordenis Ugas, Andre Berto, Danny Garcia, those are some damn good names. Don't give me no crap about he wasn't in his prime. Don't give me no crap about he was too old. None of that. The man is coming off some very, very good wins. If Earl stops him, I don't even want to say how big of a statement that'd be, man. For real. Lala D says, oh yeah, Thurman versus Bud is a very good fight. If Thurman can get something back, he can't go in there as the Thurman from the Pac fight. Thurman, Keith needs to really get back to being one time. You know what I mean? Keith needs to sit back and say, do I want this? That's all it is. It's all about, do I want this? Am I playing boxing? Or do I really want to be a boxer? Do I really want to be a fighter? That's what Keith got to do. It don't matter how much criticism we give him. It don't matter how much the other fighters try to taunt him or whatever. This is a battle that only Keith can win with Keith. We can want to support him all day. But if he's not in that mindset of being serious, then I'm sorry. King, what's up, King? What's up with you? What's going on? We'll see, man. I hope Keith get it back. And I'm rooting for him to get it back. But he's got to start from scratch and work his way back. And he got to have the hunger and desire to get back there. That's all it is. Danny did it. Danny lost everything and he fought his way back. Keith can do it too. That's all I'm saying. But he got to want it. He's got to want it. Newborn, what up, though? What's this Porter versus Spence fight? Angles going to make it a tough fight for Spence, but Crawford angles will be too much. We will have a conversation after this fight all day. A epic one, Newborn. A epic conversation. You know what I'm saying? Pito says if Sean wins, that's going to mess up a lot of plans for Earl Spence all day. All day. Vice versa. If Spence beat Porter, I don't know what Porter. Porter's another one. If Porter loses to Earl Spence, for him to come back, he's going to have to really look within himself, man, and see if that hunger still going to be, and that fire is still going to be burning. Because a major loss like this, the Keith Thurman loss, I don't know. Maybe it'll be a close enough fight that'll want a rematch. I haven't heard nothing about a rematch clause pertaining to this fight. Also, because I heard some people mentioning about what's up with the rehydration, because we know Earl Spence Jr. is the IBF champion. Remember, this is a unification fight. Which means that the 10-pound rehydration next day weigh-in thing does not apply here. At least it shouldn't. It only usually applies when the IBF champion is fighting a challenger, not when two champions are fighting. Remember, the IBF scrapped that rule. So I don't know. I mean, maybe if they want to do it or not, but from what I understand, when two champions are fighting one another, the IBF next day 10-pound rehydration stuff doesn't count. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? I wonder how big Spence going to come into this fight. Without the rehydration limit, I'd love to see how big he going to come into this fight. King says Team Spence all day. Okay. Marlonia 76. What's up, famo? What's going on? Man, he gave Thurman a beating. Yeah, he gave him a beat. I don't know about a beating. You like a beating. Yeah, that's a tough word right there. I mean, it was a close fight. He closed it in those middle rounds. If his lunchbox ass wouldn't have been backing straight up and got caught with that left hand, he would have been all good. If his dumb ass wouldn't have been in an interview talking about some Manny, take whatever you want to take. Whatever, man. Whatever. I'm just saying. I don't know, that particular fight, Keith clearly had underestimated Manny Pacquiao, perceived him to be an old man that did not have as much explosiveness no more that he once had. He underestimated this dude, especially a Manny who you're telling, take anything you want. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, though. Macadon wants his Porter, no worries. Free Smoke Jr. Thurman is smoke free. Hey, man, free smoke, right? Yeah, okay. Free smoke. I talked about free smoke earlier, homie. Free smoke is always free smoke till it comes to Bud, and it's LLC smoke. Then it's corporate smoke. Then it's, my side, his side, A side, B side, Z side, C side. You know what I mean? Whatever. But when Keith did it, it was a problem. You know what I mean? Marlonia says, who has Crawford fought to put him in the discussion of Porter, Thurman, Spence, and Manny? Oh, come on, Marlonius. Come on, homie. Oh, come on. You ain't just say that, bro. You asking me who did Terrence Crawford fight to be mentioned in the conversation with them dudes? With Porter, Thurman, Spence, and Manny. Look, man. The man is number one pound for pound. All right? That's enough, period. I didn't even really got to go no further. I could stop there. That should be more than enough reason right there. Number one pound for pound fighter on the planet in your weight class, and nobody wants a piece of it. I guess it really don't mean much no more, right? Now, fans want to crown their favorite fighter as number one pound for pound. But none of these fighters want to actually go through the right fire to become the number one pound for pound fighter. Who is he beat? I thought we ran that down at the top of this video. Olympians, gold medalists, two-time world champions, unified world champions. I mean, I don't understand y'all with this one, man. Who has Crawford beat? This Crawford resume thing, man. Like, what are y'all getting that Crawford resume is trash? Where are y'all getting this from? Do y'all know who Ricky Burns is? I always bring this up. People laugh me out. I say Ricky Burns. Ricky Burns. Yeah. Ricky Burns was a champion at 135. And then when Crawford took his belt, he went up to 140 and became a champion again. That's a damn good fighter. You give me one two-time world champion that Earl Spence Jr. has beaten. Give me one. And don't worry, I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? You could say Lamont, but Lamont, when he came up to 4-7, he didn't get the WBA super. He had the WBA regular. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. That would probably be the closest you can think, because Lamont had a championship at 140, and he came up to 47 and got a belt, but that was the WBA regular. So, do you honor that as a world championship? Riddle me that. Lewis Coleman says no VADA for this fight. I didn't hear that. That can't be the case, Mo. How is there no VADA for this fight? I heard from what I heard, because I just covered this. If I recall, I think they said 6 to 8 weeks. Kenny Porter put it out there. That's who it was. Kenny Porter on the Boxing Voice. He did an interview and he spoke on it. And he said they were doing testing somewhere between 6 to 8 weeks out from the fight. And he was saying something about, that's what I did. I even mentioned this in the live stream because I wanted to clear it up. Remember when we talked about Kenny Porter coming out and mentioning that Earl Spence Jr.'s name wasn't on the list for the WBC Clean Boxer program from his previous fight with Mikey Garcia. Kenny Porter came out and put that out there. And he also stated that they were doing VADA testing 6 to 8 weeks out from the fight. That's what Kenny Porter said. So you can check the Boxing Voice. Those were his words. I don't know. You know what I mean? When it always comes to this drug testing stuff, man, it's like, yo, when you start saying what you see, people start getting in there, oh, man, what are you talking about? Don't put that jacket. When you mention the fact that, yo, why are they testing so close to the fight? Oh, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Yeah, it's just a question I'm asking. Like, J-Rock is talking about 90 days out from the fight he won his fight, his opponents tested. Why is that so wrong to ask that question in this fight? Well, what are you trying to say, huh? Are you trying to say something? You're trying to imply something? You did? That's what you get. I asked the question. I said, well, in the Mikey fight, well, I remember seeing Mikey on one of them PBC shows talking about the drug testing, that they were doing VADA for their fight. And then I hear Earl Spence Jr. in an interview. He had to catch himself, and they had to correct him ASAP when he started to say, I wasn't tested. But you wrong for pointing these things out. That's what killed me about fight fans. You want to believe in these mythical things so much that you can't believe if your favorite fighter is doing something that he ain't supposed to be doing. And we asking the questions. Come on, man. Brother Reality says, I know who Crawford fought. Everyone they put in front of him all day. And he beat them all. He beat them all. The man comes at the 147. First fight at 147 is a world championship fight. And people are sitting back like, huh? Not to mention he beat the bigger man. Because going into that fight with Jeff Horn, I recall the criticism being, oh, he's going to rough up Terrence Crawford. Crawford is too small. Jeff is too big. He's too strong. He's too rough. And Crawford went in there and became the bully. Then I see Jeff Horn now. He's fighting up at 160. Come on, man. Y'all killing me, man. Algie says the WBC VADA testing is mandatory. And that's the impression that I was under. This is the reason why I'm telling everybody that, yo, man, anybody who has these questions about Earl Spence and Clean Boxer program and PEDs and all of that other jazz, if you got those concerns, well, this fight should answer that question. That's the assumption that I was under, because clearly Sean Porter's the WBC champion. He is enrolled in the WBC Clean Boxer program. I'm under the impression that if you fight the WBC champion, you should also have to be in the WBC Clean Boxer program. I keep telling everybody every week, I've been saying it for the last 3 weeks, I am waiting for the headline. Where the hell is the headline? One small little article ain't gonna hurt. It ain't gonna hurt. You won't have to tell us the results. You can keep that confidential. They've had websites and everything in the past of boxes up there like this person's in it, that person. We just want to see it so we can put it to rest. That's it. But the problem is, shit, man. I don't know. Lewis Coleman says on the VADA website, neither one of them are enrolled. Sean Porter's not enrolled? Gotta be, man. He's the WBC champion. He gotta be enrolled. I mean, that's like no gray area right there. That's the rules. Locks the champion and is it the top 15 of the WBC? All gotta be enrolled. Man, I don't know, man. Boxing nowadays, man, so loose. I don't know, man. Pito says, I just saw an interview with Bud on the Brendan Schwab show. He said he weighed around 170 right now. So he ain't that small for 147. That what he said? Okay, but if it's just a fighter who just not too long ago came from 140, I mean, compared to Jeff Horn, though, that's what I was comparing to as far as the size. Compared to Jeff Horn, I mean, he was small compared to Jeff. You seen that fight that night. Them two men was two different sizes. I'm not saying Bud is teeny tiny, but he's smaller than most of the welterweights, I believe. You know what I mean? Just looking at his body frame alone, but, it looks like to me. Lala D says, we got people like Fielding getting Canelo fights, but people want to try to argue that Bud doesn't deserve top fights at Brother Reality all day. How could we argue? And this is the stuff I was talking about earlier. Man, all of my fight fans, we all turning into businessmen. Nah, man, he ain't got to fight him. Who he gonna fight, huh? Who he gonna fight? Oh, nah, he ain't got to fight him. Why should he fight him, man? He need to get a belt. Like y'all becoming businessmen. I don't give a damn what side of the street who on. I don't give a damn what promoter who with. Like I told y'all earlier, all I do know is when it comes to Bud, he can't make a lot of fights. But the one fight that he's indicated over and over and over and over again, the one fight that Bob Arum has indicated over and over and over and over again, it's been Earl Spence. Now, as for Sean Porter, now look, let's not act like, because I always got to make this clarification. Earl Spence is not Bud's like arch nemesis. You know what I mean? Earl is just seen as a talented fighter, and we see Bud as people believe that these are the two best welterweights. And you just want to see them collide. But that smoke ain't just limited to Earl Spence. Sean can jump in there too. Danny can jump in there also. Manny can jump in there too. All of them can jump in there. Any of them. Bud want any of them. None of them jumping. That's the problem. And people like, well, Bud need to sign on over to PBC. I ain't opposed to that. Don't get me wrong. I want to see the fight. I don't care what has to be done to make the fight. But let's not act like, the man don't want a fight. And y'all acting like he doing something wrong by calling this man out, hunting him down and letting it be, oh, well, Bob ain't going to let you fight. Can somebody show me the words, the statement, the quote, the something that says Bob Arum saying he ain't going to put on a Spence versus Terrence Crawford fight? I can't find it. And I'm a quote seeker. I can't find it, cuzzo. Come on, man. Don't exist. Fans are making up these narratives, man. It don't exist. All I know is Crawford, like I seen a recent interview with Crawford. Every interview he's in, I want to fight Earl. I want to fight Earl. I want to fight. It gets no more clear, man. It gets no more. This is why I asked the question earlier. If Manny Pacquiao is, if Earl Spence Jr. defeats Porter and he can't get Manny, I would love to see the Manny fight. But if he can't get Manny, should he pivot straight to turns? Or should he waste time fighting a beltless Danny Garcia or maybe a beltless Keith? When he can fight the number 1 pound for pound fighter who has a belt. Answer the question. You know what I mean? Brother Reality says a lot of brothers feel slighted by Bud, but I understand where he's coming from. I love the LDBC, but it's a heavy Spence fan base. I can't knock him for his competitive drive. Yeah, all day. All day. I talked about that once before. And I know how the brothers feel, man. I know how they feel over there. They like, yo, man, you know, they want to talk to Bud. And I get it. Because there are a lot of Bud fans in them that's down with them. You know what I mean? But the thing is, like I try to explain to people before, Bud has been shot in the head. The man probably worry as hell of new people. You know what I mean? He probably like, I don't want to be around all these, they talk against me. I don't want to be around them type cats. When you've been shot in the head, you think different. Your outlook is different. I got homies that's been shot. And their outlook is different. They worry as hell of new faces. So it could be something like that that play into it. Maybe so. I mean, but I'm not going to act like Bud ain't afraid to talk to that person. He won't talk to this person. Bud just a certain kind of way. Maybe he likes to be in that corporate environment where he feels more safer. I don't know. But Bud is a G. He come from a background of being a G. I'm not going to sit back and try to make him like something he ain't. The man is a G. And he been shot in the head. I don't want cats around me. I wouldn't want to be around big crowds, nothing. I'd be worried as hell like, yo, who's that? Man, who's that? You get worried, bro. You get shot in the head. Look what it did. Look, I hate to use this example, but look what it did to Tupac. When he got hit up all them time, my man Tupac came out from that, man, worried as hell, like leery, like seriously, like annoyed, like, man, I don't trust nobody. That's all it is. That's what I think. You don't trust easy when you've been shot in the head, Joe. You just don't. You know what I'm saying? You just don't. Renee Box Young says, look, famo, I must mention something that almost everyone is ignoring. I personally think Bud should fight Porter even if he loses. Would be an amazing challenge for Bud in the World Tour. Yeah, I think that'd still be a good fight. But Sean has some sort of friendship with Bud, where it's like, you know, that's not nothing he's craving for. Them two supposed to be tight behind the scenes or something like that. I don't know. But they ain't really, Sean is not even really hyped up for that fight. You know what I'm saying? But then again, when you lose and you got a big fight in front of you, friend or no friend, you might like, you know what, that bag of money looking real good. This is a good opportunity, and I'm coming off a loss to get this opportunity. Maybe he takes it. Getting the loss and losing your world title, well, that may make you think a little different. You know what I mean? So who knows? That's a Pito says that's a fact. All day, bro. All day. Pito says, I've been shot and not in the head, but still. Yeah, you know, so you know what I'm talking about, Pito. You probably like, yo, man, I don't want no new cats around me. You know what I mean? I don't know who this cat, who is you, what's your name? You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't want new faces around. You're not running to be in new crowds. That's just something you ain't doing. And if you perceive somebody talking against, whether it's true or not, you know what I mean? Because let's just keep it 100. Like, not everybody over there talks bad against Bud. They don't. Some come here, and I know some of them are here. And when the LDBC come here, I know a lot of them are Bud fans. So I'm not going to sit back and act like none of them are not Bud fans. And he has a lot of fans over there. You know what I'm saying? It would be cool if he went and talked to him. But the reason that he don't do it, those are the reasons I think he don't do it. You know what I mean? Whether it's right or whether it's wrong, I don't know. That's just who the man is. You know what I mean? Brother Reality says, I got love for Bud because he's thorough all day. Rocket Strikes 89 says, my gut is telling me that Sean is going to raise hell in the division because of Earl's lack of competition. I see Porter kind of embarrassing Spence. Just let that marinate. You know, when you look at their last fights, you got to honestly sit back and say, if anyone should be going more prepared coming off their last fight, it should be Sean Porter. I mean, his last fight with Ugas was tough. But as for Earl Spence's last fight with Mikey, he cruised. You know what I'm saying? And don't read too much into that. But I'm just saying, like, you know, I just believe that Sean was tested a lot more in his last fight. And he probably took something from that fight that he can use in this Earl Spence Jr. fight, as opposed to Earl taking anything away from Mikey that he can use in this fight. You know how they always say you're not as good as your last fight? Well, Sean had to dig deep for his last fight. Sean had to really, I honestly, if you ask me, it could be argued that Sean lost. It could be really argued that he lost. But he had to dig deep, and he had to fight unlike himself for most of that fight. So, you know, maybe he took something out of it that, you know, Earl didn't take out of his fight. Let's see. Yeah, he said, especially if you don't know where it came from. I feel that. Yeah. Looking at y'all comments, man, they coming in heavy on me. Yeah. Lewis Coleman says, that's not Porter's title. That's really one time's title. Let's not forget that, people. All day. That's a title that he had, you know, you and Danny, y'all fight for that. You didn't beat me for it, but I'll just kind of throw that in there and let y'all have something to do while I kind of chill on out over here in the Himalayan mountains. You know what I mean? Yeah. Lala D says that Lewis Coleman Thurman didn't want to fight to keep it. Not a good look. Damn. Whoo. Y'all going at my man Keith tonight. Lala D, you going at Keith tonight. But she right, though. I can't sit here and act like, you know, Keith ain't want to defend it. Keith says, you know, I got other things to do. I got to go play the flute up in the pyramids. You know what I'm saying? So I got other things to do right now. You know, it is what it is. Hopefully he come back forward. Remember Keith said when he first came back, his mission was to get that WBC back. Is that mission still alive? Especially if that WBC sits on the waistline of, say, of a Earl Spence or even a Sean Porter. I think he'll take the Sean Porter fight, though. He will go back in there with Sean. Easy work. Damn. Lewis Coleman says, hold on. Jean Lejeune, what's up, famo? What's up with you? Wow, but it seems as though different African-American fighters have different fan bases. The most recognizable is Bud and Spence because they act different. Yeah, they got fan bases, man. That's not and throwing my main man Bomb Squad in there while you at it. You know what I mean? Bomb Squad got a fan base too. You know what I'm saying? All day. Yeah, different fan bases though. You right about that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely different fan bases. But I don't know though. Like, I don't know because like I know a lot of casual boxing fans, and a lot of them know Bud, man. You know this misconception that Bud, maybe it doesn't translate into pay-per-view buys or attendance or whatever like that, but the average, like, Bud's name is risen, believe it or not. I don't know if it's through all the debating that we've done or all the talk online or whatever the case may be, or just by Earl Spence Jr. name rising, Terrence Crawford name rises along with it. I don't know, but people know who Bud is, Joe. I was shocked. I've talked to casuals who don't know crap about boxing, but they know Bud. Oh man, what's that kid, man? Oh man, from like Nebraska somewhere. Yeah, you talking about Terrence Crawford? Yeah, that's him. Like, people know Bud, Joe. I'm telling you. Don't get it twisted. Lewis Coleman says Porter beats Earl. Where does Earl go? He is done unless Crawford fights. Unless Crawford fights him. Keith or Danny or nobody will fight the hype job then. My thing is, if Earl loses, he got to go for redemption, man. He still can't leave the class. I don't think he could. I don't think he can still lead the class. Hey, stand by for 1 second, fight fans. 1 second. Now, I know I'm home alone, but I hear somebody around this joint moving. 1 second. Stand by 1 second. Apologies. I heard some moving around out there. Turns out it was my dog. I'm like, what the hell is that? Who is that? You know what I'm saying? Nobody up in this joint with me. But it was my dog whole time. So we moving on. Owen Bryan says Porter said in the Sway interview, if he beats Spence, a Bud fight can happen. If they both want it. We know Bud always want that smoke all day. Say if he beats Spence, the Bud fight. Oh, so he did say that in the Sway interview. Okay, well, cool, because that's a different approach or a different response than we're used to getting from Sean Porter. I must have missed that part, but that's a different response. Normally, Sean be acting like him and Bud are like friends or something. Like they go back, like they homies. I remember it was brought to Sean before, and he was like, I never really thought about it, and I don't know, it's never really crossed my mind. He's a friend of mine. Like the way he was talking, like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that was, La D, but I'm going to, I had to go check that out. My thing is, I live in the woods. You know what I'm saying? I am literally surrounded by woods. And when you hear a sound, you got to check it ASAP out here, dog. You don't know if it's an animal. You don't know if it's some cats that you didn't have some issues with before. You don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be 100 out here in the woods, Joe, for real. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. John Lejeune says, I have never brought race on a channel, and I am a moderator on most LDBC channels. But I'd like to hear your opinion. I don't usually get into the race thing, but I will say, I just think that, I say this. I think that Earl Spence Jr.'s fan base, both fighters actually fan bases have upside. Like they can grow it. It can be expanded. I think with Earl Spence, he's already has a certain market on lock. The African Americans, you know what I'm saying? He got the black, he got his market. Like he got all that stuff on lock. Yo, can y'all hear me out there? Let me know something because my screen just froze. Oh, there we go. All right, yeah, man. So he got the African American market on lock. Bud has a very sprawling African American fan base, but I believe that his upside can happen faster because I don't know if it's because he's on the Top Rank or ESPN side, or what the fact now he's from Nebraska or the way he carry himself or whatever. But I do think that Bud's lane is wider to invite other ethnic groups before Earl Spence. That's just what I believe. I think Earl already got the black fan on lock. You know what I'm saying? But as far as expanding that lane, that's what he's going to have to do to cross over. As for Bud, I think it's easier for him. He just doesn't got any opponents to get him there. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. But I think both of them are trill for where they come from and who they are. I don't think that neither man is ashamed of who they are or ashamed of where they came from by far. You know what I mean? At all. All day. Hey, Renee, right here, bruh. Right here. Trust me when I tell you. Lala D says, John Lejeune, we do gravitate more to the boxers who show us a lot of love in return for our support, like Wilder. Yeah, I feel, look, I understand how people may feel about that situation. Like, man, we love Bud. Like, we want to see him. We want him to know that we got love for him. But time and place for everything. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get next to him in the way you want to get next to him, then eventually he'll come to you. My thing is, just appreciate him while he fighting. Because there's going to come a day that he ain't fighting no more. Appreciate him while you still can. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of celebrities and athletes out there that Michael Jordan, I love Michael Jordan back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never met the man. You dig? I never cared to meet the man. If I was in media, I wouldn't care to meet the man. I mean, it is what it is. But I just want to see him do what he do best. And I think that's how we got to look at Bud. Just let him do what he do best. If he comes and want to speak to you, cool. Cool. If not, just appreciate for the gift that he's giving you by getting into the ring. I never understood that about people, man, especially grown-ups. Like, we shouldn't be, pressed for another grown-up's attention. I don't care how famous or how much you look up to him. No, just let him do what he do best and appreciate his gift. That's what you do. That's what I do. You know what I mean? I look at these fighters. I appreciate all their gifts. I appreciate the entertainment value that they provide to me. You know what I'm saying? Like my man Rocket Strike say, hit that thumbs up for the homie though. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's Wednesday night up in this joint. Yo, we've been going for an hour and 23 minutes. Man, hit that like button for the fam. You know what I'm saying? All day. All day. Lewis Coleman says, question for the chat. Who was the last champion to hold 3 belts at the welterweight division? I know the answer to that. Anybody else know the answer to that? That's a great question. Who was the last welterweight champion to hold 3 belts at the welterweight division? Riddle me that. Riddle me that. Brother Reality says, I live in DeSoto, Texas. Oh, hometown of Earl Spence. I never knew that, Brother Reality. That's what's up. I live in DeSoto, Texas. Spence is a trill brother, and he's down to earth. I'm a huge Bud fan as well. He's a good, solid brother. And that's one thing I always say about her. You know, look, man, from a personality standpoint, bro, cool as a fan. You know what I'm saying? But he the type of cat I could probably kick it with all day. I like his whole humble personality, straight killer on the inside, but he humble. He never turns nobody away. He never turns an autograph down. He never gets smart with nobody. Like, you don't see him trying to be a certain kind of way, diva attitude. None of that. None of that. And I really appreciate it. I truly do. But at the end of the day, I look at these dudes to see them fight. I look at them to see them box. And who's the best in that boxing ring. You could be the coolest cat out in the world outside of the ring. But I ain't looking at you to see how cool you are outside the ring. Unless you're doing some activism type shit like Muhammad Ali did. If you ain't doing nothing like that, well, guess what? I just want to see you fight. And I want to see you get paid. I want to see you live a good life, but I want to see you fight. I want to see my Dallas Cowboys play football. I'm not trying to hang out with Dak Prescott. You know what I mean? It's like one of them type things. You know what I mean? I just want to see them fight. And I want to see them give the gift that they've been given and put it on display for the world to see. That's all I need to be satisfied, man. That's all I need. You know, people don't know, man. And I don't know if I ever got into this on this channel. I have a lot of connections in a lot of gyms. If I want to walk into any gym in this town, I can and get an interview with any fighter I want. But I will never do it. I will never do it. I've had people offer me, you know, go do this and go do that. Never. Because that ain't my place. I'm not there to see them, to talk to them and get to know them and can we hang out sometime? That ain't my deal. I want to see you fight. Who is the best? Who is the best in this God-given sport called boxing? That's all I want to know. Like you said, I love Jordan on the court. Give a damn about his personality all day. All day. Because that's not what we watch him. Even with Floyd. Like Floyd was a God-gifted boxer all day. But I can give a damn about him outside that ring. He was an asshole. I just want to see him fight. I'm not going to sit around and make a ton of videos calling Floyd Mayweather an asshole. So I'm going to leave it at this. This fight right here, it's still 50-50 in my eyes. I'm going to keep it 100. I am going to do a prediction who I believe is going to win and how they're going to win as we get closer to the fight. But it's still 50-50 to me right now. This is going to be a great fight. This is going to be a dynamic fight. I'm really looking forward to this fight. This is I go back to it. This is the one that gives me the answers where I'll change my tune on Earl Spence Jr. I really want to see this fight. We getting close, y'all. September 18th to September, will be 10 days out. 10 days out. Shit. This is what's up. So this fight right here is something I'm looking forward to. I believe that Sean Porter is a very confident fighter going into this fight. So for any of my bettors out there, for any of my gamblers out there, from what I see in Sean Porter and his recent interviews, this man is confident. And that fake, unauthentic personality that y'all thought he was showing, it's authentic now. I really see him. I don't see no fear in this man's eyes. He's going to go in there and give his best performance that his skill set or body will allow him to do. Will he win? That's a different conversation. But there's no fear in Sean Porter's eyes. And that's one thing that I'm glad to see all day. So, man, look here, man. I appreciate everybody rocking with the homie tonight, man. On We Talking Boxing, another successful episode, man. I love doing this podcast. I love this on Wednesday nights. Y'all know we moved the second show to Saturdays now, man. And yo, man, this has been nothing but an honor and a pleasure, man. I appreciate all of y'all for rocking with the homie. I know I got up on here late tonight, man. Look, we looking at 11:38 East Coast time right now, man. So everybody that rocked with me tonight, that stayed up, man, much love to you. Rocket Strikes 89, Lewis Coleman, Brother Reality, Lala D, all of y'all, Wayne Jr., John Lejeune, Newborn, all of y'all, man. Renee Box Young, all of y'all, man. I appreciate each and every one of you. Each and every one of y'all, man. Much love to y'all, man. Stay tuned to the channel. We got a lot of new things coming up real soon, man. Stay tuned to the homie, man. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Now, I'm going to say y'all like this. You got to go to work tomorrow. When you go to work tomorrow, this is what you do. You walk in there with some blue jeans on and a white t-shirt with a big ass watch on your hand. And your boss gonna say, hey man, what's up, man? Where's your uniform? Where's your casual outfit? You tell them that is your uniform. That is your casual outfit. You don't feel like putting it on. You know why? Because you the one that make that company get up off the ground. You the one that put your 40 hours a week in, and without you, they got nothing. All day. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Yo, hit the thumbs up for me on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Yo, man, we did this thing. It's a work night. You know what I mean? Take y'all asses to bed, man. Much love to each and every one of y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow or in the coming days. Definitely will see y'all Saturday. And as I say each and every video, don't forget to subscribe. Main Man Made Man, Twitter, Made Man 511, Facebook, Main Man Made Man Boxing Forum, Instagram, Main Man Made Man. And until the next one, much love to each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a good night. Peace out. Hey, Patron said he from New Zealand. Shout out to New Zealand from DC, man. Shout out to New Zealand. 3:54 p.m. Afternoon? Damn. Shout out to New Zealand, famo. Shout out.